Hello everyone, I'm back with this another video. Before starting, dear students, a little progress each day adds up to big results. So keep on progressing, you will definitely get big results one day. Now, in this video, you will learn about history of computers. The history of computer describes how a computer was developed. The development of computer was started when people learned how to count and calculate. In the beginning, they used stones, pebbles, sticks, fingers for counting. They developed different number systems like decimal number system, binary number system, etc. to represent the counted values. They started to build counting devices in order to perform calculations fast and easily. Now today in this virtual class, we shall study about history of computers. Now in this lesson you will learn about history of computer, about abacus, Napier's bone, slide rule, Pascaline, stepped reckoner, difference engine, analytical engine, Lady Augusta Ada Lovelace, tableting machine, Harvard Mark I, Atanasoff Berry computer, that is ABC, electronic numerical integrator and calculator, that is ENIAC, electronic discrete variable automatic computer, that is EDVAC, electronic relay storage automatic computer, that is EDSAC, universal automatic computer, that is UNIVAC2, and the last, the history of computer in Nepal. Now before starting, few questions we should think about. In ancient times, how did people calculate numbers? Did they use sticks? Did they use stones? Did they use marks on the walls or ground? Or did they use their hands, fingers? So yes, of course, the answer to all the questions are they used all of these, but hands were the most commonly used. That is why our number system is based on the number 10. You have 10 fingers. So now first let's discuss about the first calculating device, abacus. The abacus is the first calculating device invented in China. It was made up of wooden frame having two parts, upper deck and lower deck, separated by meat bar. It contains 11 rods. You can see over here in the picture also. Each rod contains 2 movable beads in the upper deck and 5 movable beads in the lower deck. Upper deck is also called as heaven and lower deck it is also called as earth. Each bead in upper deck represents 5 and each of lower deck represents 1. So the abacus, it is still used in countries like Japan, China, etc. The abacus based on the decimal number system. It works on the principle of value notation where the location of the beads determine its value. To represent 24, you need to move 2 beads of tens column or beads of ones column towards the middle bar. So it is used for what purposes? Addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. Next is calculating rod or Napier's bone. This is just like a rod. Here the given picture is of what? Napier's bone. So in 1617 AD, a Scottish mathematician John Napier invented Napier bone. This tool was used for multiplication and division of numbers. It will convert any multiplication problem to an addition problem. Now next is slide rule. In 1620, an English mathematician, William Augrege, invented slide rule. It was the first analog device. This tool had two rulers and a cursor. You can see over here in the picture also. The middle ruler could slide over the outer ruler. It was used to find multiplication, division, or any other functions. It was very popular until the development of the pocket calculator in the 1970s. Now is adding machine or Pascaline. In 1642, Blaise Pascal, a French mathematician, invented the adding machine or Pascaline wheel. He invented it for his father, who worked in the tax collecting office. It was the first mechanical calculator. The Pascaline had a series of toothed metal wheels. Each wheel had the dial having the digits from 0 to 9 on its circumference. You can see over here in the picture also there are wheels over here. The Pascaline could perform addition and subtraction directly. Next is steps reckoner. In 1674, Gottfried Wilhelm von Leibniz, German, invented the steps reckoner. It could add, subtract, multiply, and divide, and use the step cylinder gear. You can see over here in the picture also. This is steps reckoner. Is Konrad loom. Now, because of the economic effects that the loom had on the people, many were unemployed. After many looms were built, they were put back to work. Next is difference and analytical engine. In 1835, Charles Babbage begins work on the analytical engine. After he had been working on his difference engine, he could not complete his project and he later died thinking himself a failure. The first modern computer will be based on his design. In 1822 AD, a British mathematician, Charles Difference Engine. This machine was designed as a fully automatic and powered by steam. This machine could perform algebraic expressions and could work on 20-digit numbers. Analytical engine could do mathematical calculation based on instructions automatically, and output could be obtained in printing too. According to design, the engine would have input unit, central processing unit, and output unit. This machine completed due to immature technology of that time. The engine had all the parts that you find in a modern computer of today. In the concept of this machine led to develop a first mechanical computer, Mark I. Charles Babbage is considered as the father of computer that time. Let's know about the first computer programmer. Who was the first computer programmer? Lady Ada Augusta Lovelace convinced Babbage to convert his machine to binary code. He also recognized several important programming techniques. Therefore, she is considered to be the first computer programmer. On her honor, a programming language is named as Ada. Next we have tabulating machine. In 1819 AD, an American statistician, Herman Hollerith, invented a machine called tabulating machine. This machine could automatically read data from punched card and count the data. In 1896 AD, he formed a tabulating machine company to manufacture both tabulating machine and cards. In 1924, the company was reformed again and known as International Business Machine (IBM). So now started the age of modern computers. It began in 1944 when Howard Aiken from Harvard University invented the Mark I. This first automatic digital calculator was based on Charles Babbage's design. Now next, here the pictures of Mark I computers are given. The Mark I was 5 feet and 8 feet, 51 feet into 8 feet. It had 7 lakhs moving parts, 500 miles of conducting wire, and weighed 5 tons. So amazing. The computer was completed in 1943 AD and named as IBM ASCC, that is International Business Machine Automatic Sequence Controlled Calculator. It was also known as Mark I. It was 8 feet high and 51 feet long, 2 feet wide computer. And then I've already told you it weighed up to 5 tons and had 500 miles of wires. Now next, what was the Mark I used for? The Mark I was used to run repetitive calculations of mathematical tables, which you are learning right now also. So ballistics and gunnery tables for the US Navy. Now is Atanasoff Berry computer, that is ABC. A professor of physics and mathematician John Vincent Atanasoff and his student Clifford Berry developed the first electronic digital computer called Atanasoff Berry computer, based on the surnames of both these. In 1937 AD to 1942 AD, it was the first completed machine where binary number system was used. Here is the picture of ABC computer. Isn't it so amazing? So now next is electronic numerical integrator and computer, ENIAC. In 1946, John Macleay and J. Percival Eckert of the University of Pennsylvania invented the ENIAC, that is Electronic Numerical Integrator and Computer. The ENIAC was based on decimal number and contained 18,000 vacuum tubes, faster and bigger than other previous machines. Let's know about ENIAC. It was the first general programmable electronic computer. It used 18,000 vacuum tubes and was 4x the size of the Mark I. That means 4 times the size of Mark I. Therefore, it produced a lot of heat. Special ACs or special air conditioning units were installed to keep it cool. So in 1946, 1 month's electric bill was 1,50,000. Isn't it too high? Oh my God! We cannot even imagine this much electric bill nowadays. Where was ENIAC used? To calculate ballistics during World War II and extensively performing calculation during the design of the hydrogen bomb. In addition to ballistic fields of applications included weather prediction, atomic energy calculations, cosmic ray studies, thermal ignition, random number studies, wind tunnel design, and other scientific uses too. Next is electronic discrete variable automatic computer, that is EDVAC. Dr. John William Mackley, John Prosper Eckert, and John von Neumann had developed the first stored program called Electronic Discrete Variable Automatic Computer, that is EDVAC, in 1946 AD to 1952 AD. The EDVAC was based on binary number computer. It contained almost 6,000 vacuum tubes and 12,000 diodes. It consumed about 56 kilowatts of electric power. The EDVAC had a stored program, central processor, and memory for both data and programs. The memory device used in EDVAC was magnetic tape. Next is electronic delay storage automatic computer. Professor Morris Weitz and his team developed the first practical stored program electronic computer at the University of Cambridge Mathematical Laboratory in England in 1949 AD. The EDSAC contained 3,000 vacuum tubes and used mercury delay lines for memory. The programs were input in the EDSAC by using paper tape, and outputs were displayed through teleprinter, that is electromechanical typewriter. It consumed 300 kilowatts of electric power. You can see the picture of EDSAC over here. So next is UNIVAC, Universal Automatic Computer. It was invented by J. Prosper Eckert and John Mackley in 1951. It was purchased by the U.S. Census Bureau. It weighed 16,000 pounds, contained 5,000 vacuum tubes, and could do 1,000 calculations per second. In 1 second, they could do 1,000 calculations. So how fast, isn't it? And cost how much? $1,59,000. Oh my God. So isn't it so expensive? It was the first general proposed electronic digital computer for commercial users in 1951 AD. It was based on EDVAC design. The UNIVAC could handle both numbers and alphabet characters. The UNIVAC had memory delay lines for storing programs. A magnetic tape was used for data input and output. The machine contained 5,600 vacuum tubes, 18,000 crystal diodes, and 300 relays. Now next, let's know about history of computer in Nepal too. Now since Nepal has not given any contribution in the development of computer was used in Nepal after a long time of its development. Nepal government had brought IBM 1401, that is 1401, second generation computer on rent by paying how much? Rupees 1,25,000 per month for census 2028 BS, that is 1972 AD. With the help of IBM 1401, Nepal had completed census of 1 crore 12.5 lakhs population in 1 year. 7 months and 15 days. After completion of census 2028 or 2028, the machine was not sent back to the owner. Nepal government purchased the machine for further data processing in Bureau Statistics. In 15th Pause 2031 BS, Nepal government has established Yantrik Savanikaran Kendra, that is Electronic Data Processing Center, which was later after 6 years named as National Computer Center NCC. In 2038 BS, Nepal had brought ICL. It was the fourth generation computer having ICL 295010 having 64 terminals. With the help of ICL 2950 of the 10, the census of 2032 was completed in 1 year 3 months. In 2039 BS, many private companies started selling of microcomputers like Apple Vector and Cyrus. Nowadays, there are many computer shops which sell the latest computers in the market, and they are not like expensive like the previous ones. Thank you.